Well, I'm back. It is Monday, March 13th. About a month from now, I'll be back in Texas with Lyle. We got 3 nights, I believe, in Dallas. I think we're playing in Dallas for 3 nights, and then the following week we've got a private show that we're doing, I think, in Austin. But the tour was great. We had a great time. It was the first opportunity I had to do the kind of acoustic a tour with Lyle. I've only done the large band in the past, so it was really fun to play these songs completely stripped down into kind of their bare essence. Getting to kind of drive I got to be the engine of the train, like on things like That's Right, You're Not From Texas and all that, where we didn't have drums, so it was really up to me to sit on top of everybody and really push it. And it was really fun to have had that responsibility. I enjoyed it, and the gigs we have coming up are going to be the same group. And then I think in the early June is when we start the summer tour, and that'll be with the large band again. And I'll find out then if it's still the same cast of characters and all that. But it was fun. I got home on Friday and spent the weekend in the studio. Michael Lloyd, who I've worked with for years, Michael's been a staple in this industry for decade upon decade. Put a band together for an artist named Kenny Fine. And so it was Dean Parks and John Jorgensen on guitar, Jim Cox on keyboards, Kenny Aronoff on drums, and myself on bass. And we cut in the 2 days, like really almost a day and a half. It was what it really was. We cut either 12 or 13 songs. So it was really fun to get into that kind of, that intense energy in the studio. But with players like that, you really don't want to flog this stuff. Everybody really kind of finds their way like immediately, and the stuff just killed. It was really good, really fun. But I got a ton of stuff to do now that I'm home again. I got a lot of stuff. We had some serious issues around the house because of the rains, and we got another big storm supposedly coming in tomorrow night. So I'm spending the day. I got like 90 book orders to fill too, so I'm going to try to get as much of that done. After this, today I have to go to the warehouse and load my truck up. I'd like to be able to move books and take them to the loading dock and do all that stuff before it's pouring rain. So got that. But I thought I've been thinking a lot about the losses that went through on this tour. I lost about 7 friends during the course of the 6 weeks out with Lyle. And one of the ones that hit so hard was David Lindley. I've known David since 1968 when he was in the band Kaleidoscope. And he was one of the most gifted, unique individuals I've ever known in my life. And I always loved every chance I ever had to play with him. And we, towards the end of our group, The Section, David was playing with us too. He was playing lap steel and fiddle. And he had a fiddle break in the middle of the show that was unbelievable. He would go into one of his alter egos on it and become like, I don't know, a leprechaun or something. But he would do like Irish reels and stuff. But man, what an amazing cat. And so I thought I'd go back and play one of my favorite albums, and it's probably one of the most honest live albums anybody's ever done, was Jackson Browne's Running on Empty. And I featured some songs from it on a previous video, but I thought I'd go back and play a few more songs from that just to enjoy the genius of everybody but David Lindley. It's like just something so special. So the band on the album was myself on bass and Russ Kunkel on drums and Danny Korchmar and Jackson Browne on guitar, David Lindley on steel, Craig Durgee on keyboards on it, Jackson also playing piano, and Lindley also playing fiddle on it. And the background vocals on it were Doug Haywood and Rosemary Butler, and Jackson, of course, was the lead singer on it. I'm going to start with, let me make sure I've got credits here properly brought up. The first one I'm going to play is Shaky Town, which was written by Danny Korchmar, Cooch, of the Immediate Family. He's doing good now. He had some medical issues, and he's on the road to recovery. He's doing well. And we're looking forward to later in the year of getting the band back out there. We've been really great stuff has been happening with it. Now, the documentary is not available to the public to see yet. It's still doing the circuit of film festivals and all that, and that's where all the bidding goes on, and potential buyers and all that stuff. But they just did the Boulder Film Festival, and it won the audience favorite award for music documentaries, which was great. And we've had audience favorites and stuff, so it's getting a really good response. So we're proud and excited about that. And and I'm proud for Denny Tedesco directing it, and the entire production, creative production, and technical staff that worked on this. We're just bystanders at that point. We gave them content, and then they made it they polished that little rascal up. So I'm going to play Shaky Town, which Cooch wrote here. And I'm going to do a couple of different tunes from that, and then I'm going to get going because I got a lot of stuff to do here. Here we go. So here's Shaky Town.
I witnessed those one-night stands. Must have played in 1,000 bands. But I'm just here tonight, tomorrow I'll be gone. Seen folks show their blacker sides, seen them die just for foolish pride. And those drivers always ask to hear that same old song. That's a big 10-4 from your back door. Just put that hammer down. This young man feels those 18 wheels that keep turning around and take me down to Shaky Town.
David Lindley.
I've heard all those hard luck tales from all of you U.S. males. I've heard you tell those lies about the love you've known, and I followed those highway signs, and I've run down those thin white lines. Like those drivers, this old road is all I call my own. That's a big 10-4 from your back door. Just put that hammer down. This young man feels those 18 wheels that keep turning around to take me down to Shaky Town. All the way 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 down to Shaky Town. Down to Shaky
Just that tour was so special, so amazing. Still have like vivid memories, and that was like 1977, 8, right in that period. And it feels like yesterday. I mean, I can really remember so many moments of that tour that were just like, boom, just ingrained. Let's see, let's do Love Needs a Heart, which was written by Jackson and Lowell George and Valerie Carter. So let me find that right here. Hold on. Come on. There we go. Love Needs a Heart.
Maybe the hardest thing I've ever done was to walk away from you. Leaving behind the life that we began, I split myself in two. Proud and alone, cold as a stone, rolling down that hill into the night. I can see the surprise and the hurt in your eyes. There behind each flashing city light. Love needs a heart, I need to find. If love needs a heart like mine, love won't come near me, she don't even hear me. She walks by my vacancy sign. Love needs a heart, trusting and blind. I wish that heart was mine.
Craig Durgee.
Proud and alone, cold as a stone, I'm afraid to believe the things I feel. I can cry with the best, I can laugh with the rest, but I'm never sure when it's real. And it may be the hardest thing I've ever done, but apart from all that I hope to find, where's the heart that's been looking for mine? I hope it finds me in time. Love needs a heart, I need to find. Love needs a heart like mine.
Do one more. This one's fun. This was how we closed the set every night with the, let me get the writers on this. Maurice Williams wrote Stay, which was a whole, God, a tremendous hit back in the 60s and stuff. And we did it, and Lindley picks up the vocals at the end, and it was always like the crowd always went nuts with him on this one. So here we go. This is Stay, and this is the finale of the Running on Empty shows.
We'll stay just a little bit longer. We wanna play just a little bit longer. I've got the motor
Yeah,
don't
Russ.
mind, and the union don't mind. you stay
Rosemary Butler.
just a little bit longer? Please, please, please say you will, say you will.
Cooch. Lindley.
Take a little time, I believe it's all behind. Sing one more song.
Craig Derby. Lindley. Cooch. It goes on a little bit longer on the actual album of Running on Empty. They remastered a lot of the album as time went on, just tightening it up, and some of the audience responses are brought down. But it was intense. I mean, it was like he was really. Jackson's always been like top of his game, but this was really an amazing period for him. But it was really fun. Loved it, and it's always worth going back. It was produced by Jackson. Let me get some credits in here. Yeah, this here. Let's do this on the tour. The crew was Thomas Gustafaro, Jim Bornhorst, Bill Doc Gans, Rance Caldwell, Bill Thompson, Ed Kolakowski, Eric Dietering, Jan Alejandro, who owns JL Case Company, Michael Dietering, Byron Listenby, Jim DeLuca, and Mike Rogers. The engineer on the album was the great Greg Ladani, who we lost a number of years back. It was mastered by Bernie Grundman, produced by Jackson, and he's managed by Donald Buddha Miller. Mastered at A&M Studios, mixed at the Sound Factory, and recorded at Merriweather Post Pavilion, Cross Key Inn in Columbia, Maryland, the Garden State Arts Center, Saratoga Performing Arts Center, the Holiday Inn in Edwardsville, Indiana, at Universal Amphitheater, because we recorded every night of the tour, and they just went through it all. It got 2 Grammy nominations in '79, one for Album of the Year and the other for Pop Male Vocal Performance for the song Running on Empty. Reached number 3 on the Billboard charts and stayed there for 65 weeks. So that's kind of it. So that's Jackson Browne today, Running on Empty. And I'm looking forward to Wednesday. We're going to be back to doing the clubhouse. Will be this coming Wednesday. Now that I'm home again, I can do it. I was hoping this coming Saturday to do our one-on-one FaceTime and Skypes, but I think it's going to be the following week because last night I took my wife to the airport and she needed a break from everything that's been going on here. So she just landed in New York. She's going to be there for about 9 days, I think. And I'm hooking up with a girlfriend of hers who's flying in from Athens. So they're going to kind of have fun in New York City. I'm going to cast party tonight, which is just one of the most fun things to do. But that means that I'm still home alone, which means that this coming Saturday, would be impossible to do the one-on-ones because that's about 12 hours for me. And I can't, it might be raining. I can't deal with the dogs and everything. So I've got to take care of them during that period. So it'll be the following week. But this Wednesday will be our Clubhouse live stream. So I look forward to seeing everybody there and catching up with everybody on what they've been up to. And I want to thank Baz for having jumped in a while back and doing their own, Clubhouse Zooms during the course of this. It's been fun to jump into a few of those when I could. The road schedule is just so hard with travel and stuff to try to make any real plans because so much of the plans fall into times for sound checks and we're still on the bus and all that stuff. So it's good to see everybody, and I wish everybody a wonderful week, and I am going to get going here and go to the warehouse and load my truck with books and start signing and shipping. So I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.